everyone, and welcome to another episode of Command Your Confidence. Today, I want to talk to you about why you need to overcome your fears as a man, because if you don't learn how to overcome your fears as a man, it's going to really hold you back if you want to have success with women, building friendships, getting ahead with business, or achieving any goals. And this is a common problem that we guys have. We have fear that just holds us back, and we have to learn how to deal with this if we want to move forward. But before I go into the show, if you haven't already, be sure to command your confidence and subscribe to the channel. Take charge and subscribe. Hey everyone, my name is Robert, and welcome to another episode of Command Your Confidence. Today, I want to talk to you guys about why you need to overcome your fears as a man. You want to be able to do this because a lot of the things that are keeping you from moving forward is your inability to work through your fears. And your fears is what is holding you back from having success in any areas of your life. But before we go into the show, if you haven't already, take command and subscribe to the channel. So why are we having trouble moving forward in our lives? Well, a lot of it has to do with fear. We have these ideas, we want to go out there and take action, but what holds us back as men are fears of failing, fears of what other people are going to think about us, fears that this is not going to work out, whatever it is you try to do. And we got to learn to overcome these fears, or at least face these fears, because if we don't learn how to face these fears, like I said in the intro, you are going to have trouble moving forward. And once you can learn to have control over your fears and go out there and test the rapids, you will see that you will grow as a man, and it's everything that you were afraid of is not as bad as you thought it would be. So you definitely got to learn to have that self-control. When you don't want to do it, you got to do it. Don't let the fear hold you back. When you let fear hold you back, it is going to keep you stagnant in life. You say you're going out there and you want to go approach this woman, or you want to take this risk in your life, you're just going to sit back and analyze all the worst things. And sometimes when you overanalyze stuff, and I've been guilty of this too, you don't want to take action because you think, well, hey, all this potential stuff that could go wrong could happen. And really, when you go out there and you learn to test that, and you do that by just taking control, when you don't feel like you want to go out there and take action because fear is holding you back, you have to develop the discipline to say, fuck fear, I'm gonna go out there and do it anyways. And when you do that, you're gonna, like I said, realize things aren't gonna be as bad as they were. There were times when I was afraid to go approach women, and I realized I painted all these bad scenarios in my head. I really did this, and I realized when I learned to have the discipline to go out there and just take the action, all the scenarios that I conjured up in my mind were just false. And you're going to realize this once you can go out. One of the things you want to do is kind of list all the things that are holding you back from taking action, and then go out there and challenge that. This really helped me move forward. When I was afraid to do stuff, I would just kind of sit back and reflect about all the bad things that could happen, and then just have the balls to go out there and test it. And when I really did that, sure, things did not happen the way I wanted them to, but it really wasn't bad. It's not the end of the world. And once you can kind of challenge yourself, to face some of the thoughts that you're having, the fears that you do have, you're gonna see it's not bad. So write a list of everything you're afraid of, or what's stopping you from taking action, and just look at it. Look at the list and say, is this really gonna happen? Come on. Are you just overreacting? Are you overanalyzing everything? And then actually go out there and test things for yourself. If you're afraid to go approach a woman because you think she might get mad at you or something, and you react in a certain way, go test that and you'll see it won't happen. You might not get a number, you might get a number, but you're not gonna know until you go out there and test it. And if you continue to let your fear hold you back, like I said earlier, you're not gonna be able to move forward when it comes to creating the life that you want for yourself as a guy. So you gotta go out there and do it. You just can't let fear hold you back. And one of the things that you're gonna realize when you go out there and face your fears, you're gonna develop more as a man. You're not just gonna be confident, but you're gonna grow as an individual. You're gonna realize that a lot of the stuff that you had in your head was just a bunch of BS. And when you work on other areas of your life and you see those same fears come about, you're gonna realize too, well, hey, maybe it's just BS. It's not that bad. But we gotta go out there today and take action. I encourage you guys to go out there and just command yourself to have control over your fears and just live life, because if you're not living life, you are not gonna move forward. You're gonna be in the same place you were later on down the road, and yes, it's gonna take time for you to like adjust and move out of that, but the more you go out there and you take the action, then the more experience you get in life, the better you're gonna be, and you're gonna grow as a person, and you're not gonna be afraid, and you're not gonna be sitting around wishing for this and that, thinking why this didn't happen, this will never happen. But you gotta go out there and do it if you wanna develop as a guy. And if you continue just to like push your fears away and deal with your fears, you're gonna create that for you. And I want you guys too to, when you're in the moment, when you're feeling that fear or anxiety, just accept it, accept that it's there, and realize, well, I always get this way when I'm taking this action. And you'll say to yourself, the more you have that awareness, the more that you can figure that everything out in your mind, the fear isn't really that bad. You just realize this is just the way you've been conditioned to be. And then once you can kind of have the aha moment, you'll be able to deal with it, which will make life a lot easier. You won't be as anxious anymore. You won't have that many fears, but it's always going to be there. You just got to learn to have that discipline to deal with it. And when you have that discipline to deal with it, you can move forward. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Take command and subscribe. And I look forward to sharing out another video next week. Until then, command your confidence.